Hey guys, it's me, Halloween Dan, doing a super quick video today. Well, maybe not that quick because I want to do a few things in this video, but the main thing I want to talk about is that I have been shopping. Shopping! And I bought a few little bits. Bits and bobs is a very British term. It just means like small amount of shopping or anything really. Oh, I've got a few bits and bobs. Apparently this is something that only British people say. I was unaware. But either way, I can't now say it without thinking of...
Why don't you come down a little bit? Little bit.
So I won't call it that. I'll call it instead my mini haul. It is a haul of stuff, but mini. So let's do this. So over the last few weeks, days really, I've been to a couple of different places buying a few smaller end items of Halloween goodness. Once again, this is nothing extraordinary. This is nothing mind-boggling. These are smaller end, cool little Halloween trinkety bits, as well as one relatively cool thing. Well, actually a lot of cool things. I think they're cool. They're just not massive animatronics. They are just small, little, cool Halloween items. So let me show you. The first place I went to late last week was a place called Home Bargains, which is very cool, does a great range of Halloween-y things, and has started filling its shelves. Now, the one I go to is quite a small Home Bargains. It didn't have everything. They were filling the shelves with their bigger items. It was a lot of autumnal stuff, not a huge amount of Halloween stuff. But they still had a few cool little things, which I will show you now. Oh, the only thing I can't show you is a bath bomb that Ella insisted upon getting, a Halloween-themed bath bomb. She doesn't even like bath bombs. She doesn't even sit in the bath with the bath bomb. She just wanted to put it in the bath and watch it bomb? Explode? I don't know. Whatever bath bombs do. She wanted to do that. So that's gone. Can't show you that. But I can show you this. Ha 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 ha. This is just another generic skull. In fact, I got two of them, but I can't show you the second one because I've been doing a kind of an art project on the second one, which I'll show you in another video. But yeah, I got two of these from Home Bargains. They're $2.99 right now at Home Bargains. These guys are great. I got a few of these from Wilko last year. They're really good on top of like a stick or something for like a pop-up or something. They're just really good to have in a haul, and I don't think you can go too far wrong with a $2.99 skull. So I got two. Might go back for some more. Then I got, this guy. Look at this guy. This is Gary the Ghost. He's newly out to Home Bargains this year. How cute is this guy? Yeah. Nice little ghost pillow, soft pillow guy. He's literally just like a pillow with a blanket over the top of it, which is basically what a ghost is, right? He's very, very cool. $4.99. I thought that was quite a good price for a little cool ghost pillow holding a pumpkin. He's gonna be on my sofa from now on. And the last Halloween thing I got from Home Bargains is this. I think most of you will have seen some version of this before. I've seen versions of this many, many times. This is a witch's feet stuck out of a cauldron. This was actually the most expensive Halloween item I bought from Home Bargains. It was $7.99. But you know, I think it's pretty cool. I'll show you what it does. So there's a little light on inside there. I think idea is you put candy in it and it triggers whenever someone puts their hand in. The kicking action is quite violent. I'd be worried about it accidentally kicking a child in the face.
Kick the baby.
But you know, she's got an awful lot of phrases. It's very difficult to shut her up. I'm trying to be as still as I can so I don't trigger her again. But I think she's got about 8 different phrases. It's very, very cool. Very... No. it's going off. Which is very, very cool, very, very easily triggered. I think this will go down really well with the trick-or-treaters. But Home Bargains, at least my Home Bargains, didn't have a huge amount on offer, and they always only ever do smaller end items. They did do a great full-scale skeleton last year, which I'm hoping they bring back this year. Might try and get my hands on one of them. I would like a few random skeletons hanging about this year. But at the minute, at least my local one only had these sorts of things on display and a whole host of autumn-themed things. So then on Sunday, I convinced my wife to let me go to the range. Now, I've been talking about the range on and off throughout the season. They have some really, really cool props this year, but you always have to just hit the range to make sure you get the optimum amount of prop. I did do a bit of a store walkthrough video. I'll put that up as I'm talking now. They had a huge amount of stuff. I was really pleased with this. This was the one. This range was in Fenton, which is in Stoke-on-Trent. It's about a half an hour journey from where I live, and they had everything. They really did. They had most of the large scale animatronics. They had lots of different decorations and smaller items. They had some really cool small pieces, some large pieces, home items, home decor items, and of course, animatronics and props. And I did get a few little items. So let me start off small and we'll work our way up to big. The first thing we bought was because of my son Finn. This is an annoying thing. Basically, it has two different functions. One is it sings and dances. Wow. The other is that it mimics your voice. Now, I'm not really even sure how Halloween-y this is, but it was definitely with the Halloween stuff. So I'll show you, first of all, how it sings.
I'm scary and I know it. Hey! I'm scary and I know it. Check me out. Check me out. Booga, 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 yeah. Booga, 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 yeah. Booga, 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 yeah. Booga, 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 yeah, yeah. Do the boogie, man. I do the boogie, man. Yeah. I'm scary and I know it.
That goes on way too long.
That goes on way too long.
And that's the second function.
And that's the second function.
It repeats everything you say
It repeats everything you say
in a really stupid, high-pitched tone.
in a really stupid, high-pitched tone.
Great.
Great.
So Finn being Finn absolutely loved that. I'm so thankful to have that in our house. The next thing though was something I've seen pictures of, I've seen a lot of people talking about, and I was really quite happy to get my hands on. And that is this guy. Oh. So this is the animated hanging pumpkin. They do an awful lot of big hanging props at the range, as I've talked about before. His animation is very basic. He does say some phrases. I just really kind of liked the head sculpt on this. I thought it was quite an impressive pumpkin sculpt. I've never seen one like a white pumpkin before with a kind of skull look of a pumpkin. You know what I mean? I just found that kind of interesting. Thought that was kind of fun. I bought him $12.99. I didn't think that was too much to pay for him. So I'll show you exactly what he says.
That's mine. Oh. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, you're it.
Yeah, it's a lot of very tag you're it, you know, what are you doing? Hey, you, what you doing? All that kind of stuff. We've seen it before. This was actually demo mode. It probably does it slightly differently when it's in full function, but you get the idea. It's very simple. The arms move a little bit and he doesn't really do much else. His costume is pretty simplistic. It's basically weed suppressant with a little bit of creepy cloth on it. But you know what? He's okay. And I do like that head sculpt. I think he's pretty creepy, so he'll look really good somewhere in the background of my haunt, I think. Then I managed to get my hands on this. I wanted this from the moment I saw it. It's basically a neon sign that says trick or treat. So I haven't actually got this out the box yet, so this is kind of an unboxing. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh. Ta-da! I think that's really good. What doesn't really show up on camera for some reason is just how colourful this is. Like, for some reason on the camera you can't really tell, but this bit's blue. These are like purple. Yeah, these are pink here. So it is actually very, very vibrant, very, very multicoloured. And I I like that. I think I'll probably end up putting that in the window somewhere close to Halloween, but I actually thought this would be great in my videos as like a background, sort of in the background of my videos piece. So I'm going to very poorly put this at the back, but yeah. Yeah, I quite like that. But the last thing is the biggest item I bought. And I really had a bit of a quandary over this. I know I wanted to buy one of the larger scale animatronics that the range do. I just didn't really know which one. There was a lot of different ones that to like and to choose from. The one that I was initially drawn to was the popping head woman thing. I thought the standing haunted lady was a very cool prop, but I wasn't 100% sure it was for me. It didn't really go with my horn. It's not the sort of thing I would usually buy. Was a bit unconvinced by how good of a prop it was. The scare function was very good, and the second head mold, very cool. And when I went to the store, she was there. There was at least one left. But I just thought for £60, I'm not sure she's for me. I couldn't make my mind up whether she was the right prop for me. And then the other day, my friend Haunted Skull posted a video of a prop he'd bought from the range. And I saw it and I thought, that's more my style. So the prop I ended up buying is this. This is the Haunted Hollows Standing Animated Reaper. Now, as always, the props from the range are on the more simplistic side. And to be honest, I have seen Haunted Skull's video. What a lot of you are going to point out straight away is that this guy has exactly the same zombie moaning voice that I've now heard on at least 5 different props, most of them from the range. It's the exact same zombie voice. I've heard it before. It's very generic. You hear it in a lot of UK props. It's definitely a Sunstar thing. But I still like this prop. There's something about it. I like the look. I like the face mold. I like the light up chest. So I haven't got this out the box. So that's what we're about to do. This is an unboxing. So let's get him out the box and see what this guy is all about. So we've got some poles. Looks like it's gonna have a Christmas tree stand, just like a lot of props from the range do. And then we have a Reaper, all kind of wrapped up in himself. Already he looks quite impressive. I quite like that face sculpt. So by the looks of it, it's another one of these props. You can see already that this is basically it. He's ready to rock. He just needs his stand putting together. So that's what I'm gonna do. So here he is. It took me no time at all to put him together. It's literally just some poles and a base that slots together. It's very simplistic and probably a little too simplistic, to be honest with you. You can see the base standing out from the bottom. That's something I don't usually like, but you know, it's not too bad. Overall, I'd say it's a very impressive looking Reaper prop. He definitely stands 6 feet. He's quite a tall prop. The skull base mold on this guy is quite a cool one. The jaw sort of hinges open, but I can't get it to open any wider than it already is, to be fair. And then it's just a very basic skeletal hands, a skeletal rib cage. This just kind of hangs down from the head and lights up with red LEDs. You get green LEDs in the eyes, and that's about it. But do you know what? He's not too bad. So let's see him in action. So as you heard, it's exactly the same. Don't want to use the word phrases. It's not a phrase. It's the zombie growl we heard in the Asda Zombie the other day, and that I've heard in other props before too. It's very generic and rather overused in most UK things. But it's not too bad. It has quite a bit of movement. It's got a lot of motion in the arms. The head's moving backwards and forwards too. And those light features are pretty good. Yes, basic, but not too bad. And this guy was $39.99, so he was £40. So for £40 to get a 6-foot prop that's both moving, making noise, and got some light up features, it's not too bad at all. But before I pack him away, I thought what might be quite interesting to see is the difference between the zombie from Asda and this guy. Since they both have the exact same phrasing and they're both clearly Sunstar props, it would be interesting if put next to each other, which one we think has the better quality and uses that weird zombie growl better. So let's build quickly the Asda zombie and see which we prefer. So now we've got the two props alongside one another, and it really is just a case of compare and contrast. As far as I'm aware, both the Asda zombie and the Reaper from the range are made by Sunstar. Something that's rather unfortunate, to be honest, at least when it comes to the Asda prop. We were always been hoping that Asda might go a little bit further than just bringing out more Sunstar props. But, you know, you have to work with what you've got. So if we're just comparing in terms of looks, personally, I think that the Asda zombie looks better. I think that the face sculpt on the Asda zombie looks better. I think it looks more ferocious, slightly more aggressive, and slightly better quality. I think the hands look better quality compared to the basic skeleton hands of the Reaper. I think the costume looks better quality. It's certainly got more to it. Of course, he's got full trouser length. Now the trousers are empty, but you could easily pack them out and make them look more full. And I like the hunchback feature on this zombie guy and the addition of the chain. The Reaper, in comparison, I would say definitely looks like the cheaper cousin. Now he is £10 cheaper, he's £40, and the zombie is £50. Now the Reaper is technically taller, but then his feet don't reach the ground. And I would say, although you can still see the Christmas tree stand on the zombie, it's more obvious on the Reaper. Personally, sitting both of them alongside one another, I would say that the zombie from Asda is the better quality prop than the one from the range. But I still really like this prop from the range. I think there's a lot of detail in the face that maybe otherwise you usually wouldn't get from props from Sunstar and the range. And the outfit isn't too cheaply made. It is, at least some of it is some pretty good material. I do like the light up features on these two. So we've just seen the Reaper doing its action. So now let's remind ourselves of the zombies. I actually think they're very similar. I think the sound is actually the same one. I'd say that possibly the Reaper has got more movement in his arms, but maybe that's just the way that I have the arms actually bent at the minute. Maybe if I bent them out a little further, the movement might not be quite as obvious or might be a bit more subtle, just like the zombies is. Either way, I think for two props that have cost together less than £100, I think they're actually pretty good. I actually like them both. And I think they'll both look really good in my haunt. So that's it, guys. That is my mini haul from Home Bargains and the range. I hope you like what I bought. I'm quite impressed with them. I particularly like my new little neon sign. I think that looks really, really smart. And overall, though, again, I've said this before, the UK stores certainly don't have quite the same array of amazingness that you guys get in the US and Canada. I'm still pretty impressed with the array of things we've had so far this year, and hopefully there's still a few more things to come. At some point, I do want to talk about some of the props that have made themselves available at Mad About Horror, the online store, where there might just be a few Home Depot props dropping that could be of interest. But for now, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Keep it spooky. Bye.